Hey, so I am, so we just found out that Chadwick Boseman passed away. Um, and that hit me harder than I thought it would for someone that I don't know personally, that maybe someone I had hoped to meet one day. I have friends calling me, like, as a as a Marvel fan, of course it hits hard. As a black person, especially this week, it hits. It's so hard and it's not fair. After this fucking kid goes out and shoots a bunch of people, after this black man gets shot and he's paralyzed, and then we lose T'Challa. He passed away from colon cancer. And honestly, like, it's such a good thing that he's not suffering anymore. 'Cause cancer's a bitch, and no one should have to go through that. So I'm so glad that he's not going through that anymore. I'm so sad for his family. I believe he has a wife and kids, and I'm so fucking sad for them. Because I can't imagine what that's like. And I don't think that this was something that was publicized very much, and rightfully so, because everybody has their right to keep certain things private. And I just think about the fact that he's been suffering from this for 4 years, and over the course of 4 years, and I am too distraught to do the math right now. But I believe that spans the entire involvement that he's had in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Civil War, Black Panther, Infinity War, Endgame. That's all this time. He was going through that. And he was T'Challa. That fortitude is ridiculous, and I'm so sad, but I'm also like, what kind of a fucking beast was Chadwick to go through all that and do all of that? Black Panther was such a big deal to the black community, to the black Marvel fan community, because it's the first time that we've seen ourselves as a major superhero on the big screen, and in the MCU no less. I remember the premiere. I was in North Dakota, Grand Forks, North Dakota, like the widest place in the world, really. And I remember me and my friends, particularly like my black friends, we showed up. We got the shikis, man. We put our head wraps on. We were like repping. And we went out to the movie theater and everybody was there. So many black people were there. We were all there just ready to support the movie. Not even caring if it was good or not, but the movie was fucking fire. I went back to see that movie 5 times. 5 times because I loved it. And just to contribute to making this a huge success in the film industry, and film history, really. And fuck, man, I just remember I remember being so proud. And I'm still so fucking proud. But it's not fair. Because his story wasn't over. And this is a particularly hard week because we feel like So many things get taken away from us. We feel like every time we take a step forward, we take a step back. Every time we win a little, we lose a little as black people in this country. And God, he was such an icon to us. He was such a source of strength and pride for us. And and I feel like that story will never get to be finished, at least not with him. I don't know if it ever will be. I don't know if it will be right to even continue, if it'll even feel the same. But I try to think of Chadwick as an individual and not just as an icon, and just to think about all the pain and suffering that he's had to go through this ordeal, dealing with cancer. A black man, which is already hard, being a black man in this country, dealing with cancer, and then being such an icon, having shitbag, douchebag, white fanboys shit on you in your movie because they're like, it wasn't that good and I really couldn't relate. Of course, they don't really matter because the reviews and the accolades for that movie speak for themselves, so they don't really matter. But it still has to have been a struggle. I'm glad he's not suffering anymore. I'm so fucking sad for his family. No one deserves to go through this. But my husband and I have had to endure things like this with family members before, and I'm sure that these past 4 years have been incredibly painful for them, and I hope that God, I just hope they can be all right. I just hope they can get whatever they need, because I sympathize with that feeling so much, and I know my husband can as well. Like I said, as a Marvel fan, as a as a black woman, as a black person, this is an arena that we have been shut out of, like so many others. Not just the entertainment industry, but just like the superhero realm. Just another place that we didn't belong. And the fact that Black Panther was so successful, that it was so dope, and that Chadwick did such an amazing job, was a historical thing. The accolades that Black Panther received was a historical thing. And the black community turned out so much to make that movie a success as well, because we were so ready to support. We were so happy to see one of our own up there. I'm so proud of him. We're so proud of him for doing that. But now he's gone. But now he's gone. There are just no words. There are just no words. for a person that I've never met, I don't know personally, this hits really hard. I think probably because this year, in 2020 particularly, all Black people and even some allies of Black people have felt like family more than ever, because we're banding up and we're rising up more than ever. And so when something bad happens to one of us and it's broadcast and it's made known, we all feel it. And I definitely felt this one. God, it's not fair. Well, what we can say is that the legacy that he leaves behind is unforgettable and irreplaceable and invaluable, and will always mean so much to us. It will always mean so fucking much to me as a Black person, as a Black comic book nerd, and a Black comic book fan, as a Black actor. This means so much to me, his legacy. And I don't know how the MCU is gonna move on from this. I don't know how we as fans are gonna move on from this. I don't know how his family is gonna move on from this, but I pray for them. I really do. Like, truly tonight, I pray for them. They are so in my thoughts, because it's an indescribable feeling. Chadwick Boseman was a Black icon. He portrayed many Black historical figures. Jackie Robinson was one of them, you know. T'Challa for us, though, T'Challa for the comic book nerds for sure, was the biggest. Because we got to see a Black man as a king, as a prince, as a king, as a leader, as a superhero, as a hero, as a protagonist. It's a beautiful Black man. And I'm sure one day somebody will pick up the mantle again of Black Panther, but it's a little too soon to even think about that right now. I don't know what else I can say except Wakanda forever, I guess. If you can find it in your heart, please keep his family in your prayers, because they are suffering more than any of us are or could fathom. And if you don't believe in prayer, then just send good vibrations or thoughts or whatever you believe in, whatever you can do, because this pain is not something light. It is quite heavy. I'm gonna go drink a lot of wine, and I don't know if I'm gonna be in the mood to post another TikTok for a while. I don't know. I'm gonna go vent with this, vent about this with my best friend. So, Thank you so much, Chadwick, if you're listening. Chadwick, if you're listening, you made us so proud, and you gave us so much hope, and I think you know that. And I'm so sorry that you're so tired. And it's a lot to be tired and to be so much to so many people. So if you're listening, thank you. And one day I hope someone can fill your shoes. But it's going to be really hard. But thank you. We're so, so, so proud of you. We're so proud of you. Wakanda forever.